Hi, my name is Autumn. I'm from Automakers Mini Pet Pigs. Today I'm going to talk about teacup piglets or teacup pigs. Is there such thing as a teacup pig? And if so, do I sell them? Okay, so I'm going to start off right off the bat by just answering that question. Is there such thing as a teacup pig? The answer is no. And I get it. Like, I get the lure of a tiny piglet because they're so stinking cute. I mean, they are so doggone adorable. And I understand the draw because I actually once felt that way too. Like, oh, I have to get a teacup pig. I just have to. There is no such thing as a teacup pig. There is no such thing as a nano pig, a pixie pig, a micro mini, a micro pig, a dandy pig, a apartment pig. Like, all of those are just words to play on people's emotions. Like, that little cute tiny little thing is just so adorable and it's going to stay that small. It's a lie. It's a marketing tactic for people to make money, and let me tell you, they can make some money. I mean, I've seen price tags. I know of a breeder, a really not a great breeder, okay, that sells their teacup pigs for $6,500, and he actually just raised his price to $7,500. $7,500 for a piglet. Now, so frustrating. Because the pigs are the losers. The poor little piglets are the losers. Because these families have false hopes, they've been lied to. So what happens to these pigs? They're going to be rehomed within a year or two. They're going to be dropped off at shelters, rescues, put on Craigslist for $50 or whatever. I've even heard of people setting their pigs free to just go and fend for themselves. Come on. How can you do that to something that is now your family? That's awful. But ultimately, it is the breeder's fault for lying in the first place, that marketing tactic. And it worked. I mean, think about all the celebrities who bought teacup piglets because they thought they were going to stay small forever, and they got huge. Not just kind of big, they got huge. So this is definitely a marketing tactic that works. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, a tiny pig does exist. But these are pigs that have been starved, inbred, or both. And there are breeders out there who actually tell people who buy their piglets, to only feed them like a very small amount of food a day. Because pigs, just like people, pigs that do not have proper nutrition they don't grow. Their bodies, they don't have the nourishment enough for their bodies to grow. So yeah, it stunts their growth and they're a lot smaller. How horrible. I mean, would you do that to your children just to keep your child small so that you could feel like they were still your baby? That is horrible. That is cruel punishment, cruel and unusual punishment. How could anyone ever do that? But they do it every day. There are so many breeders who do this and so many people who fall for it, unfortunately. And again, the pigs are the losers. Now, I have talked about this before. This happened to me. 15 years ago, I got my first piglet, and he was my baby, and he was tiny. I mean, tiny, like he fit in my hand. That's how little he was when I got him. And I was not educated. I did not know. I did not know that breeders lie. I'm a nice person. I just assume that everybody else is nice too. But this woman was pretty awful. She's actually in prison now for her treatment to animals. That's how bad it was. So my little piglet, Oscar, he only lived for less than 3 years, and he was very small. He did not grow bigger. He was the size of a cat. That's how small he was. And what happens, like when pigs are inbred or when they're starved, they are like, their body stops growing, their physical body stops growing, but their organs don't. So, I mean, you can imagine how uncomfortable that would be when your body is too small for what fits inside of it. So that's what happened to him. He died in his sleep. We woke up in the morning and he had passed away. And some nasty things had gone on. He hemorrhaged out of his nose. So poor baby. It still breaks my heart to think about it. It was really, really, really hard. I was extremely attached to him. I literally took him everywhere with me. Every party, every get together, everywhere. I mean, we walked him all over town and everybody knew us. And he was very small. So people were, you know, I fed into that teacup lie, and I just didn't know it until after he died. And then I did a ton of research and I learned the truth. So because pigs do grow for up to 5 years, like between 3 and 5 years, some people say 3, some people say 5. I'm probably somewhere in the middle. Every pig is different and they all grow at different rates. So I would say expect your pig to grow for 5 years. So, you know, pigs, they just, as they keep growing, people just, they expected them to stay small. So they just, you know, they can't house them. If you live in a tiny apartment or a little condo, or you were trying to hide it, you know, maybe from your landlord, and now it's all of a sudden it's getting bigger. And so that's definitely a problem. And again, it comes back to the breeders and the pet stores and just the marketing tactics, the lies. That's what they are, lies. So please don't end up like me. Do not buy from a breeder who professes to have teacup, micro pigs. I mean, pigs grow. That's what you want. You want a healthy pig that's going to grow. Please don't get caught up in that tiny pig thing. There's no such thing. And if there is a such thing, you're going to have a large price tag to buy it. It's going to be very unhealthy, so you're going to have to put money into it at the vet, and then it's not even going to live long. So why put yourself through that? And let's not support these breeders who are doing this. I mean, it's just really awful thing to do. No one can guarantee size. I do not guarantee size. It's impossible to guarantee size. There are too many things that go into it. Now, I do tell people, like, this is what I expect. You know, if fed a healthy diet, this is what I expect. But there's no way that anyone can guarantee pig will stay under 25 pounds. I've heard 15 pounds, 25 pounds, 35 pounds. I've heard so many things. And you know what? I've even fallen into that myself because I was uneducated. So now I know the truth. And so let's stop these breeders from doing these horrible things. Genetics, food, exercise, all of these things play into how big a pig is going to be. So just let your pig grow, please. Let it be healthy and happy and grow. Well, I thank you for watching my videos, and I'm trying to put out more content all the time. There's not enough pig content out there, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss a video. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thanks for watching, guys.